You've chosen this video because you want to learn how to add and subtract rational expressions. Let's look at our first example. Now this is just like subtracting other fractions. You must have a common denominator to add or subtract rational expressions. In this case, we already have our common denominator, so we can combine our numerators. Now it's very important whenever you're subtracting that you subtract every term that's on the second fraction. And so I've put parentheses here to make sure that I distribute my negatives. So I'm going to have minus x plus 20. Now I'll need to combine like terms. So I'm going to do 6x minus 1x to get 5x. Now I need to see if I can simplify this, because especially since this is a quadratic, I can factor this, and one of these factors is probably a common factor with a factor that I would get in the numerator. So whenever you're adding and subtracting rational expressions, you definitely need to factor to make sure that you have it in simplest form. So how would you factor 5x plus 20? You would factor out the greatest common factor of 5 and be left with x plus 4. If you need more help factoring, please check out my other videos that are more in depth about factoring. Then you have this difference of two squares, and so that factors into x plus 4 and x minus 4. Now you can see that we do have a common factor of x plus 4, so we must simplify. We must divide out that common factor, and we will be left with 5 over x minus 4 for our final answer. Here's our second example. Now again, since we're subtracting, we need a common denominator. This has already been factored for you, so you can see that the denominators already have a 3 in common, and so this one needs the k plus 5 factor. So we're going to multiply the numerator and denominator by the quantity k plus 5. Now that we have a common denominator, we can combine our numerators. So we're going to write this out. Now it's going to be very important to have the parentheses around this, because you want to distribute your 16. So we're going to get 16k plus 80. And then we also want to make sure we have parentheses around this. Since we're subtracting, we need to make sure that we subtract every term. So we're going to distribute our minus as well. Go ahead and pause the video and write that out now. We want to multiply everything out in the numerator because we have to combine all our like terms. But we do want to leave our denominator in factored form, because when we're done combining all our like terms in the numerator, we want to see if there are any common factors to simplify. Go ahead and combine your like terms. 16k minus 4k is 12k. And 80 minus 56 is 24. And now we're going to want to factor our numerator. Go ahead and do that. We factored out our greatest common factor of 12, and so we have k plus 2 left. And so we can divide this 12 by this 3. So this is going to simplify to a 4. 12 divided by 3 is 4. And since these are not common factors, they will stay, and our final answer is 4 times k plus 2 over k plus 5. Now you can leave it in this factored form, or you could distribute your 4 and write it out this way. I have 5 more examples for you, but thank you for choosing Math with Caroline. Please give a thumbs up, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Here's example 3. Now, again, in order to add fractions, which are rational expressions in this case, since we have variables in here, we need a common denominator. Now, it's likely that this is a factor of this, so we need to factor this first denominator first and see if this is already a factor of this denominator. Go ahead and factor that denominator now. This denominator factors to n minus 1 times n minus 9. And so we can see that we do have this common factor here. Now a lot of people like to go ahead and just cross out this one since it's being replaced with these two factors. And you can see that now we'll need to multiply this piece by n minus 9 in the numerator and denominator. Go ahead and write that down now. You'll want to make sure that you have parentheses around here because you're going to distribute your 6, and that you have parentheses around here because this whole thing is being multiplied by this. Now that we have a common denominator, we can combine our numerators. So go ahead and do that. So now we're ready to distribute our 6, and then we will do what? We'll combine like terms in the numerator. Then we'll factor the numerator. So you want to make sure you don't factor the numerator here because you have to have a common denominator, then combine like terms in the numerator, then factor the numerator to simplify. So when we distribute our 6, we get 6m minus 54. Now we can combine our negative 7m with our 6m and our negative 18 with our negative 54. So go ahead and do that. Now that we've combined all our like terms, negative 7m plus 6m is negative m, negative 18 minus 54 is negative 72. Now we're ready to factor this numerator. So go ahead and do that now. Now the order in which you write these two factors does not matter. You could have m plus 8 times m minus 9, but negative 9 and positive 8 are the factors here. And now you can see that we do have a common factor in the numerator and denominator of m minus 9, so we can divide that out so that our final answer is m plus 8 over m minus 1. Since we're adding, we need a common what? Denominator. And since this is a quadratic, this probably has this already as a factor. So what do we need to do first? Factor this denominator. So go ahead and do that. So this factors to 2r minus 1 times 2r plus 1, since this is a difference of two squares. So we may want to go ahead and just cross that out since we've replaced it now. Now that means that in order to get a common denominator, we need to multiply a fraction on the left by what? 2r minus 1. Now we'll go ahead and use parentheses because we want to make sure that we are going to distribute this r and this whole binomial is multiplied by this whole binomial, so we need parentheses here. Now we have a common denominator, so what can we do? Combine our numerators. Go ahead and do that. So I'll rewrite the r in the front because it just makes it easier to distribute. And since this is a plus, I don't have to worry about distributing a negative, so I don't really need parentheses here. So what's our next step? We're going to distribute our r and then do what? Combine like terms. So let's go ahead and do that. So when we distribute our r, we get 2r squared minus r. Now make sure you leave this denominator in factored form. You do not want to multiply out this denominator. That would just undo the work that you did up here. You want to leave this in factored form to see if you have any common factors at the end. Let's go ahead and combine like terms in the numerator. So we have minus r plus 12r. Go ahead and do that. So negative r plus 12r is 11r. Now you'll want to factor this numerator. Now since a, the coefficient of r squared, is not equal to 1, there are several ways to factor this numerator. So make sure if you need help with that you check out my other videos on factoring when a is not equal to 1. Now, since you're adding and subtracting rational expressions, the likelihood that you're going to get a common factor is very high. And so you can really use these two factors in the denominator to help you factor this numerator. You will see that you do have a 2r minus 1 factor in common, so those divide out so that you have a final answer of r plus 6 over 2r plus 1. Let's look at a couple more examples. Here's our next example. So we need a common denominator. So we look at the numbers first. Our larger number is 24, and since 8 is a factor of 24, we could just multiply 8 by 3 to get 24. So we'll multiply both the numerator and the denominator of our left fraction by 3 so that we would get 24. Now this a is missing over here, so we will need to multiply this fraction by a over a. And now you can see that this will have a denominator of 24a, and this will also have a denominator of 24a. So what are we ready to do then? Combine our numerators. Go ahead and do that now. Now we want to make sure that we have parentheses around this a plus 4 because we have to distribute our 3. And then this is just 5 times a, so we can go ahead and write that down. So now let's rewrite it as one fraction. And I've also distributed the 3. So we have 3a plus 12, and then plus our 5a. So now we will do what? Combine like terms, and then we're going to factor the numerator to see if we can divide out any common factors. Go ahead and do that now. So when we combine like terms, we have 3a plus 5a, so that's 8a, and then we have our plus 12 that doesn't have an a, so we're not going to combine that because those are not like terms. Now what's the greatest common factor between 8 and 12? 4, so go ahead and factor it. So when we factor out a 4, we have 2a plus 3 left in our parentheses, and now we can see that we can divide out this 4 with this 24. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and 24 divided by 4 is 6. So make sure that 6 ends up in the denominator, not in the numerator, because you have 4 over 24. So now we're ready to write our final answer, which is 2a plus 3 over 6a. Now remember, you cannot divide out this 2a with this 6a because of this plus sign right here. So if you were to plug in a number for a, you would multiply by 2 and then add this 3. You would combine all this. This is a grouping thing. So you would not want to divide out these two things because you would want to add 3 first. So this factor has to stay together. Here's our next example. So since we have h plus 2 here and h plus 5 here, and neither one of these are quadratic, so we can't factor anything further. So in order to get a common denominator, we'll have to multiply our left fraction by the other denominator, which is h plus 5. So I'm going to go ahead and put parentheses around that h plus 2. And then we need to multiply the fraction on the right by h plus 2. And then you can see that you're going to have a common denominator of h plus 5 times h plus 2 on both of your fractions. Now remember, you do not want to multiply out the denominators because you want to leave those in factored form in case you can simplify at the end. But you will have to distribute the 2 and distribute the 5 so that you can combine like terms in the numerator. So go ahead and do that now. So when we distribute our 2, we get 2h plus 10, and distribute our 5, we get 5h plus 10. And we can combine everything into one fraction since we have a common denominator. Now we can combine like terms. So go ahead and add your 2h plus your 5h and your 10 plus 10. So when we combine our like terms, we have 2h plus 5h, that's 7h, and then we have 10 plus 10, that's 20. Now we're ready to do what? To factor the numerator to see if we have any common factors. But are there any common factors between 7 and 20? No. And since this is a linear h to the first power, there's no way to factor this any further. And so we don't have any common factors. So this is our final answer. Let's do one more. Now I've saved the most complicated one for last. In this one, we're going to add and subtract 3 terms. So we need a common denominator. Now this is linear, and this is quadratic. So we'll definitely want to factor this one first to see if we have any common factors that we already have in the other two. So go ahead and factor this denominator now. So you get x minus 3 times x minus 1, which we already have the x minus 3 here and x minus 1 here. And so in order to get a common denominator, we just need to multiply this left one by x minus 3. And we'll want to go ahead and put extra parentheses around those other binomials so that we make sure that we're going to FOIL these two. And then we're going to need to multiply this second term by x minus 1 so that we will have a common denominator between all 3 terms. The x minus 3 times x minus 1 occurs in the denominator of each term. So now we want to make sure we leave our denominator in factored form, but we need to multiply our numerators together and combine all like terms. So let's go ahead and FOIL these two. Go ahead and do that now. When you FOIL these, you get 3x squared minus x minus 9x plus 3. Now go ahead and FOIL these two. And since you do have this minus here, you will have to distribute this through. But let's not do that quite yet. Let's just leave the minus here, and then let's just put parentheses, and we'll FOIL these, and then we'll distribute our minus in the next step. Go ahead and do that now. So we'll leave our minus, and we have our parentheses. We have x squared minus x plus 1. And since we have our plus here, and we don't have to multiply this numerator by anything, since we already had the 2 factors for our common denominator, then we can just put our plus x plus 1 there, all over our common denominator of x minus 3 times x minus 1. Now we'll need to combine like terms in this numerator. We can go ahead and combine our minus x minus 9x and this minus x minus x. So let's go ahead and do that now. So minus x minus 9x will be minus 10x, and minus x will be minus 2x. Now we're ready to distribute our negative. Go ahead and do that. When we distribute our negative, we have minus x squared plus 2x minus 1. Now we can combine our like terms. So we have 3x squared minus x squared. We have minus 10x plus 2x plus x, we have plus 3, minus 1, plus 1. And so let's go ahead and combine all those like terms. So 3x squared minus 1x squared is 2x squared, minus 10x plus 2x is negative 8x, plus x is negative 7x, 3 minus 1 plus 1 will just be 3. So now we've combined all like terms in our numerator. So now we're ready to do what? Factor our numerator to see if we have any common factors between our numerator and our denominator. Go ahead and do that now. So this numerator factors in a 2x minus 1 times x minus 3. And now we can see that we have a common factor of x minus 3. So we can divide that common factor out so that we have a final simplified answer of 2x minus 1 over x minus 1. And we cannot divide out anything further. Since this is subtracted, this needs to stay together. This is subtracted, so this needs to stay together because this is a grouping symbol. So we cannot cancel these out. So this is our final answer. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment.